Hey, welcome to Magdi Tutorials, and today we're going to look at MagdiCreator, which is the tool that we're going to use to create all sorts of tests, from manual tests to automated tests to scaffolding a new automation project. MagdiCreator is available only in our self-hosting project, so you can download that from GitHub as a Docker container. Hopefully that will make it easy. But we'll start by clicking on MagdiCreator, where it takes you to a wizard. The nice thing about the wizard is it allows you to identify your requirements, and you can do so by typing them in or copy paste. You can upload a document or you can go from a URL. So let's do something simple like creating Google search tests. So we can do something as simple as that. When we click next, we can then click on manual test, and you can see that's the option that is already pre-selected. So then we can just go ahead and click next. The header actually tells you what steps have been completed, and here you can select what style you would prefer to have. So let's do something like BDD, but let's say we want it in text format. So then we click next. And here you have a preview page, and the preview page just kind of shows you what options you have selected. And once you're happy with your selection, if you're not, you can always click the previous button and go to a previous page and make different selections. So now we can click apply and start chat. And you can see in the start chat window, it automatically initiates the conversation. You can then go ahead and look and see that it gives you a preview of the options you selected. We're doing Gherkin. We want a text output. Our viewport by default is desktop. And we have a source, which is just some text that we typed. So you see that the response comes back and it gives you an overview. It gives you a description of what it created. It made some assumptions, and so you can look at these assumptions and you can decide whether you agree with them or not. And then you can actually copy out the contents here and paste it into whatever uh, source you would like to copy it to. And then here you have a block that identifies the test cases for you. So you could see that it actually placed it in text format. It actually gave you Gherkin style, so you can see it defined a variety of tests that you can use to test the search feature in Google. So that was just something simple that I created, because then you can try it out yourself if you want to kind of prove the quality of the test that it generated for you. Here below, it gives you some optional suggestions you can kind of take into consideration. And here you can just simply copy it out again, paste it to a Word document, Confluence, SharePoint, things like that. So now I want to try a different scenario. So let's go back to MagdiCreator and let's try uploading a document. I have example documents in the GitHub project so that you can try it out if you just want to, play with it. So give me a second to go grab a test document. So this is like a test specification of an online game, casino game. And so you can kind of use it to try it out. And so we're still going to generate manual tests. We're going to click next, but this time, let's say that we want tests with defined steps, and then we want it in table format. And let's click next. We can verify if our settings are correct. So you can see here, it shows you that you uploaded a document. We are creating new tests. This is the format that we want. This is the style that we want. So now you can click apply and start chat. And you can see now that the preview kind of shows you these are the options that you selected. It's generating your project. So we'll give it a moment. And so you see the agent responds with, again, a summary of the test that it created. It tells you what assumptions it made. And then you can see, based on your selection criteria, it produced the list of tests for you in the format that you selected. You can see that without additional formatting information, it generated test IDs for you. It gave a title to the test case, preconditions, the number of steps that need to be executed, and the expected results. And you can see that it gave you a number of tests that it generated that allows you to test an online casino game. It also made some additional suggestions that you can kind of take into consideration, and here you can kind of continue the interaction. So, for example, if you wanted to add a different set of tests, like performance type tests, to the table, you can, and then it will regenerate that table for you. And as always, after you have completed generating your test, you can always click this back button to return to the welcome screen. I really appreciate you taking time with me today and learning how to create manual tests. Next, we will create another tutorial to show you how to create and update automated tests, including scaffolding